Do you live in this red or purple area? If so, you need to look out because we have a major winter storm that is going to track across most of the central US as it is currently building up over here in Mexico. As you can see, looking at the snowfall predictability map, you can see that we're most likely going to have a severe winter storm all the way starting in northern Texas and going throughout the central US and being the worst around Oklahoma, Kentucky, West Virginia, Virginia, Washington, D.C., southern New Jersey, and all those kinds of areas. We're looking at our temperatures. Temperatures are going to be very, very frigid. As looking at Friday night when the first Arctic blast comes in, we're looking at negative 20s over here in the Midwest, and then negatives pretty much everywhere, even stretching down to Texas. And the only places safe from this Arctic blast is Florida and very, very South Texas. And finally, looking at this other severe model, you can see that we're even going to have severe ice potentials, as although the ground temperatures will be cold, we'll have warm aloft air, which will lead to freezing rain, which will make the roads very slick, especially around Arkansas and northwest eastern Texas, where you're looking at around 1.5 inches to 1 inch of freezing rain, and then everywhere else in the green, just make sure to keep your eyes open. Next, looking at the GFS forecast for the amount of snow, the American model, we're likely looking at record setting snow amounts over here in Texas, Arkansas, and southern Oklahoma, where we're likely going to get 2 feet. And we're even possibly going to get 2 feet of snow down here in Georgia, South Carolina, and Tennessee, and maybe be even a small pocket in Virginia. But most of the areas are going to get around 1 foot in this centralized winter storm path, and New Jersey is altering between 1.5 feet of snow all the way to only half a foot of snow, depending on where you are in New Jersey. But we're mainly looking at the central area, so it's really depending on a high pressure system up here that could steer it a different way. Who knows? And looking at the winter storm severity index, it's most likely not going to be too bad on Saturday, mainly around Oklahoma, Nebraska. I think that is Kansas and Arkansas. But then looking at Sunday, it spreads across everywhere from New Mexico all the way to New Jersey being severe. Even looking at the temperature forecast, we have severe cold weather advisories everywhere, where in Texas it even gets down into the single digits, where up here in the Midwest you can expect negative 20s, which is enough to freeze your snot, so be ready for that. And it even gets down to zero in Texas on Saturday, so make sure to bundle up. And pretty much everywhere stays the same, being pretty cold through Friday to Sunday, so make sure to be ready. And finally, looking at the National Weather Service, you can see that we right now have winter storm watches pretty much everywhere along here, and it's too early to issue those around here. And then